Hello everybody. Today I'm going to be doing a little review on the Cessna fixed wing remote controlled glider. That's what it's called, but it's not a glider. It's motorized, but I guess it's just the marketing. But let's take a look at this little RC plane. So here is the box. The box is packaged quite well. Let me get this out of the way. It's now the specific one I got is this one, made by Zichong or Heatong. I don't know. Right there. I'll have a link in the description. But this specific one I thought looked the best, and it was the only one that would arrive before Christmas and had free shipping. So yeah. And the reason I say that is because there's multiple versions of this same plane in different paint schemes by different companies. It's just a big old mess. It's just the 2-channel Cessna glider. This is the basic one. In my opinion, this one looks the best. It looks the most realistic, so I would definitely recommend this one. Now, I'm gonna try opening this. Now, obviously, I've already opened it. Wow, this is a tough one. Alright, so when you open it, this is how your plane would be. It'd be sitting there like that. Your transmitter, your batteries, and well, here's the transmitter, and your batteries, and this little bag of goodies will be in there along with the charger. So once you get your plane out, you'll see you got, just a basic little airplane. The landing gear does not come installed, so you're gonna have to, put the landing gear in. And this specific one that I got came with two extra sets of landing gear and like a bunch of propellers, and it comes with a propeller remover. So that was kind of surprising because I've gotten one of the cheaper ones before and it didn't come with any of this, and I had lost the landing gear and it never had a replacement, so I just never had landing gear. And I must say, landing gear makes your flying a lot more fun. You can take off, you can try to land, and yeah. So let's talk about the transmitter, I guess. So to turn it on, you push it, it blinks, and I'll show you how to bind it with the airplane in a moment here. But yeah, here's the throttle, which will also be your up and down. Here's your left trim and your right trim. The battery hatch is right here. You also have high rates and low rates, which is basically turn quick or turn slow. So when you press it, I heard 2 beeps. That means we're in high rates. 1 beep means we're in low rates. So you turn the transmitter on, you're automatically in low rates. So you got to press it to get into high rates. I personally like flying in high rates. It's good practice for me. This would be your throttle, up and down, and this is left and right. And in the flying video, I'll show you guys how I control my altitude while turning, because this plane will descend in a turn aggressively. So you have to be a little bit careful, but let's go ahead and turn that off for now. So here you'll also get your battery. It's a 1-cell 3.7 volt 350 milliamp, and all you gotta do with this little guy is, probably gotta move this, is you just gotta plug it in to a normal USB. Could be on your computer, could be a plug, and you just gotta line up these pins and push them in. It will not let you push it in backwards, so don't force it in. It should just slide right in. And this light right here will turn on, saying it's charging, and when it turns off, that means your battery is fully charged. Something I will say to avoid is having your battery plugged in and then plugging in the USB. Always plug the USB in first and then the battery. Just a little bit of advice. Alright, where was I? Okay, disclaimer real quick. This does come with a propeller on the front. It just spins. It's not a motor. It just makes it look better. Mine broke, so this will probably break pretty quick. So I just teared off the rest of it and left the little hub on there. It's not that big of a deal. It does make it look a little less realistic, but that's alright. It's a little plane and it probably saves a little bit on weight. So here is the flight control thingy. You'll see there's an on and off switch here. We'll get to that in a moment. So to open this, there's a little clip here. And you push it down and open it. So you can see that little clip's like that. And then you got a little compartment in there. Got a lot of room. So then what you'll do is you'll take your battery, but first turn the transmitter on. And you'll take your battery and plug it in. And once again, it should just slide right in. If you have to force it, it's probably in backwards. And then what I like to do is just push it in there. Actually, I gotta turn it around. There we go. And it just slots in. And then you just close this little compartment. Now, you want to find the switch. It doesn't really show up on camera, but it's there. And you just want to push the switch. And then you get a blink here and a blink here. Oops. So then what you'll do is you'll go full throttle and back down. And now they're both solid, meaning they're connected and armed. Also, one thing is this little antenna sticks down, so I like to bend it just to protect it from the ground. Okay, now that you have solid, the plane is now active. And when you have the motors on, that's the stabilization. Same for up and down. And then when you push the stick over, both motors will spin, but this motor will spin faster if you push it to the right. So that way the plane gets pushed over. And that's why this airplane doesn't glide very well, is if you glide it with no power, you have no control. And if you try to turn it, then you're adding power. So if you go up really high, it is difficult to bring it back down because you can't just cut off the power and steer it back down to the ground. So I like to stay a little bit lower than I would with my conventional 3 channels or 4. So that's just a little advice. So this guy is for calm, very calm winds. I wouldn't fly it anywhere smaller than a gem, and if you're brand new, I wouldn't even try it there. So that's the little review thing, and now you'll see some flight footage. And I'm just now remembering, this plane is super strong. Like, you can hit it and whatever, and if you see your plane's flying and you're at full throttle and it won't climb, you can actually just bend this tail upwards like that. Just kind of work it into place. You can also twist the rudder or twist the elevator. This foam is very strong, and if it cracks, you can just hot glue it or super glue it back together. So yeah, that's the Cessna glider. It can taxi. Not very well. Okay, here we go. Take off, just full throttle, and now you're in the air. Right now, I'm in low rates, so if you click that button, now I'm in high rates, which allows me to steer a little bit quicker. So I've been flying RC for almost 3 years, so I'm kind of used to flying in a smaller space. I've only had one other 2-channel like this one, so I do have some practice, and I have been flying this one for a bit too. So this is not a beginner pilot flying it, but I did have my older brother, who is pretty much no flying experience, fly it. And it was not that bad for him either. He just wasn't very good at, when he would turn, he would constantly descend, which you can see here is because of the lack of pitch control, but you just got to get used to it. When you turn, you got to turn shallow and add power. So that's the little Cessna glider. I hope you guys enjoyed the little review video, and I hope you guys pick one of these up, because for 30 bucks you get a pretty half-decent little airplane. But I would recommend, if you're buying, ooh, I almost hit myself. if you are buying a $35 or $30 airplane, just spend an extra $15 to buy a 3-channel. I'll link a 3-channel I do not have, but I would recommend instead of this. It has differential like this one, and it's a little bit bigger too, and it also comes with an elevator. So I'll put that one in the description too. But thanks for watching, everybody. Hope you liked this little review thingy, and like and subscribe.